What if the greatest judgment in human history wasn't an act of cruelty, but an act of mercy? What if the flood wasn't sent to destroy humanity, but to save it? Before the rain ever fell, before the ark was built, there existed a world so violent, so corrupted, and so altered that God himself declared it could not continue. This is not a children's story. This is the account of a lost civilization, erased from the earth. And standing at the center of that doomed world was one man, an architect, a preacher, and the final line between extinction and redemption. His name was Noah. This is the world that was.
Raise your cups, everyone, to the festival! Cheers!
Before the oceans claimed the mountains, and before the history we know began, there was another world. The Bible calls it the world that then was. By the time we arrive at Genesis chapter 6, the innocence of Eden was long forgotten. Humanity had multiplied, but so had its darkness. Scripture delivers a chilling verdict. The wickedness of man was great in the earth, and every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. This was not merely moral failure. A supernatural breach had occurred. The sons of God abandoned their proper domain and crossed a forbidden boundary. They took human wives and produced a hybrid offspring, the Nephilim, giants, warriors, tyrants. The Hebrew word describing the earth is shachath, ruined, spoiled, corrupted. The genetic and moral fabric of creation was unraveling. Humanity itself was being rewritten, and God was grieved in his heart, not with rage, but with sorrow. Yet in this ocean of darkness, one man stood apart. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was not sinless, but he was blameless in his generations. His lineage remained uncorrupted. His heart remained loyal. God revealed judgment, but also mercy. A flood was coming, and with it, a plan of salvation. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, 30 cubits high. This was no boat. It was a floating fortress. Modern naval engineers confirm these proportions remain the most stable design ever conceived. Thousands of years before science, Noah received perfection by revelation. God declared, "My spirit shall not strive with man forever, yet his days shall be 120 years. The clock began ticking. Noah built, and Noah preached. For 120 years, the sound of hammer on wood echoed like a warning bell. He watched neighbors age, children grow, empires rise and fall, and still, he chose obedience over applause. Methuselah lived 969 years. His death marked the end of God's patience. The ark stood complete. The silence broke, not with rain, but with movement. Animals came, 2 by 2. God summoned them. Finally, 8 souls entered the ark. And the Lord shut him in. Grace had ended. The fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Mountains vanished. Violence was erased. Inside, darkness and terror. Outside, destruction. For 150 days, the ark floated alone.
Help me, I can't hold on. Save us, please!
God remembered Noah. The waters receded. Life returned. God placed his bow in the sky, a promise. But this story is not just history, it is prophecy. Jesus warned, as it was in the days of Noah, there is still an ark. The ark is Jesus Christ. He is the door. History does not repeat itself. It warns, do not wait for the rain. Enter while there is still time. If this story stirred something in your spirit, if it reminded you that Scripture is not myth, but warning and mercy, then help us carry this message further. Subscribe to this channel for more biblical history, spiritual insight, and stories the world has forgotten, but God has not. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and let us know in the comments. Do you believe we are living in the days of Noah again? Until next time, walk in truth, stay watchful, and remain inside the ark.